Hi guys, welcome to Shingleback Wine. We're here today just to go through the success we had at the McLaren Vale Wine Show just recently. My name is David Gray, I'm the Cellar manager here at Shingleback Wine along with Dan Hills, who's winemaker. So we're just going to go through a couple of the wines that are the main success, but we also got a third trophy of the best exhibitor overall, so we're quite proud of. Just a little bit about Shingleback. We've been around since 1995. Two brothers started up the company. Kim Davey and John Davey, and very quickly by early 2000s we were having success through a lot of different channels and a lot of wines. By 2006 we won the Jimmy Watson, which is like the Oscar in Australia for D-Block Cabernet. So and ever since then, when did you start?
I started with the company in 2004, so the 2005 vintage of the Cabernet, which won the Jimmy Watson, was a very early success. Quite a start for the company. It's fantastic.
And that brings us up to 2022, and we had a really good lunch a couple of weeks ago and won a couple of trophies we didn't expect. We weren't sure what we were going to get, but we were really proud to get two trophies. And the first one we've got here is the D-Block 2018 Shiraz. Very proud of it. I think it's one of the top wines in Cellar, along with the Cabernet actually. The 19 Cabernet we're rolling for at the moment seem to be both doing really well. But this 18 won last year in McLaren Vale, and it currently won this year again. So it shows it's a really good wine, really vibrant, quite juicy, sort of textural flavours coming there, and the sort of fresh oak that we put through this wine really boils well with the vintage. And tell us a little bit about the wine, Dan.
Yeah, so look, I'd say you're talking about fresh oak. It's very important to consider the level of oak. So we like to keep it. D-Block is all about making sure there is oak to back up primary fruit. That's the main game in my winemaking style. The oak is there to create a little bit of tension on the palate and create ageability. That with an exceptional vintage 2018. It's just an amazing vintage in terms of the fact that the spring rains were good. They weren't extreme. We had enough soil moisture, and we always top up that moisture when we see that there's any lacking of that in the soil. That's a very important management thing. But then picking at the right time, obviously through it, it's a warm without being extremely hot vintage, almost ideal. So we could see very early that it was going to be an absolute crackerjack of a vintage, and 2018 has proven to be that. It's wine's won numerous awards, and particularly D-Block continuously has won awards through the period since then.
Yeah, it's been really good. And the other trophy we won was we're quite proud of. It's a new wine that came in the range of the Gate range. We used to only have the Gate Shiraz, which was one of our most awarded wines with the company, I would say. And then but John and Dan in the early, where would you say you can conceptualise this blend, Dan?
I think, well, we were asked to put together Cabernet Shiraz, Shiraz Cabernet. They wanted something to really exhibit, I suppose, what we call a great Australian blend. Cab Shiraz, Shiraz Cabernet, and we really thought that the Cabernet needed to lead the way because it's enticing. The aromatics and the particular blocks of Cabernet that we were dealing with really needed to lead the way. But Shiraz is, it's a big, friendly kind of variety in terms of consumer appeal. We know that, and it is our main game. But to make sure that this wine had the highlights of the Cabernet, the depth of flavour of the Shiraz, and that structure which comes from both varieties. It's important to get that blend right. We took some very good material in the fact that it was some wine which was heading towards unedited for the Shiraz component. We thought that we'll take some of that, and then some of the material that really was heading towards D-Block Cabernet. So it's got extremely good pedigree, and both those styles of batches of wine are made with the intention that the oak, again, is not dominating the profile. It's about the fruit, the primary fruit, that sort of blueberry, blackberry, and black currant from the Cabernet. It's very important to get that right with, the weight of flavour of the Shiraz. I think we did a pretty good job. I'm happy with it.
It's very, very good, and it is the first vintage. So obviously, we only ever had the Gate Shiraz, and then 2018 Gate Cabernet Shiraz is the first blend we did of this style, and it's won a couple of trophies, so we're very proud of it. Long may its success continue. Bit about McLaren Vale, why we're here. Very Mediterranean climate. I love McLaren Vale. We're all very friendly in McLaren Vale. The style we get out here, obviously, we get those hot days that we do, Dan, like the rest of the state get.
Yeah.
But you get those nice, easy, cool breezes coming through from the ocean, which is just over the hill by Cellar here, which sort of regulate temperature. And what do you think of it?
It's important to realise that from a grape growing point of view, as well as cultural point of view, you can be down the beach in the morning and go for a drive around McLaren Vale, and then you're not far from the Adelaide Hills either. It's also it's important to understand it from a grape growing point of view, because there's a big body of water out there that moderates the extreme lows, which we rarely see here. We rarely see a frost, and the extreme highs. So yes, things get pretty hot during the summer. The summer is really that period of the maturation on the vine. We're mostly picking the grapes at the beginning of autumn, and for us it's important sometimes to have that extended autumn period, and it's very rare that we would go from extreme heat of summer into cool, wet, windy autumns. It just rarely happens. So it's very important to finish off those grapes in terms of their ripeness. We're very low in disease pressure from most years, and we have extreme years. So 2008 extremely hot, 2011 quite wet. The lead up to 2023, we've had plenty of rain. Everybody's seen that.
A lot of rain around.
In terms of the vineyard, it's looking fresh, looking great, and being well managed by our vineyard manager Rowdy. It's looking really great.
Now we're very proud, very amazed at the success we've had in the last couple of years at McLaren Vale. And just lastly, which we're a bit surprised at the launch, getting the Best Exhibitor overall for the 7th year in a row. It's that little yellow one there.
Yellow.
So we're quite proud of that. Hopefully we'll get the 8th. Hope you guys enjoy the wines like we've just described them. You're always welcome to come here to Cellar, and we'll go through a bit of a flight of all these wines that are on the list. Is it that one there?
It's that.
Oh, okay. So looking forward to seeing you at Cellar and enjoy the rest of your time.
Yeah, welcome, and always welcome. You'll see my face here from time to time, and wish that you can come down and enjoy yourself at Shingleback. Beautiful.